Hello to everyone virtually following Energy 4.0. For our team at Great Singularity and the ecosystem that we foster, the Energy 4.0 is a fractal and symbiotic energy market design. And today I will present how we see this concept, which is already living in the Great Singularity Energy Exchange software tools. So to start by explaining what fractal is in this case, fractal is a bottom-up approach, going back to the market fundamentals, going back to the energy assets, which are your solar panels, electric cars, or if you do not yet have any renewable assets, just the way you consume your load profile. These are the assets that participate in the exchange with a digital twin that is equipped with trading strategies. And these strategies represent your personal preferences, where we aim to promote a much higher degree of freedoms of choices, such as the ability to choose where your energy comes from or who your trading partner is, and much more. And in our development, we are leveraging the Industry 4.0 tech, namely blockchain and AI tools, to get to Energy 4.0, and this is what we're offering as a disruptive, constructive, new management tool for a more optimal energy system of the future, where the individual is truly at the center and where we are optimizing the renewable assets and investing more in these assets as individuals, participating more strongly in the energy transition. The market that we are espousing is one that is inclusive in the very sense of that word, where your home energy assets have an equal footing as a large energy trader, and your community is trading with other communities. And what is your community? We'll come to next. Your community, your local energy market is your social energy network, because you are trading locally, you are trading with your friends, you're trading with the organizations that you wish to support, and you have a new social network. And notably, the exchange that we have developed is grid aware, where we mimic the grid topology, which has an important consequence of being able to reflect grid costs and to support the grid management, which also means more flexibility, better access to flexibility for grid operators. In addition to being fractal and relying on energy assets to conduct peer-to-peer community system trading, this concept is also symbiotic, where everyone works together. The system is interoperable, and part of the secret of its collaborative, interoperable approach is the open source development, both by Great Singularity and other tech partners that are developing new business models based on the market that is already decentralized, and going to the management of that market to reflect the situation on the ground. The interoperability has a role in the APIs, where we have several different APIs that are standardized, such as an asset API through which aggregators, energy service providers essentially are able to connect the assets and facilitate trading. Other partners, for example, are grid operators who implement advanced dynamic grid fees. Here we really offer a range of options and have already tested some of the more advanced models with different grid operators at a large hackathon in 2020 as part of the Odyssey Momentum. And we have already shown that this can work in practice. So it is a proven MVP. What we are also doing at the moment is supporting a marketplace for data and algorithm providers to make energy assets smarter and further optimize the energy trading. And the general idea is that any vendor would be able to purchase a better strategy on the market or data that improves the performance. Again, I wish to emphasize the open source approach that we espouse. The code that Grid Singularity develops is available in a GitHub repository, and some of the partners also do the same, and we invite everyone to contribute jointly and create the symbiotic market through a collaborative approach. Where do you start? So you start with a simulation, and this simulation is a free web-based tool, which is hosted at gridsingularity.com. You simply start by going on a map and finding your street, your home in that street. And in case you have accurate real data, your simulation will be more precise. In case you do not yet have any data, you can use template data to simulate and understand which is the best type of configuration for your energy community, whether to improve one if you're already participating or to build one. So, for example, do you need more solar panels or heat pumps or another type of asset? Which capacity, which battery storage capacity is most optimal? And what would happen if you start trading in such a community, or if your community trades with another community next door? We, as Grid Singularity, have collaborated with a number of research partners, non-governmental organizations, and have published some of the studies already on our Medium channel, where you can see how the cost of the energy bill is reduced, and perhaps even more importantly, the self-consumption is increased, and the sufficiency of a certain local market from the grid and improving the management. This is what you do. You essentially go and you can create an express community using some choices that are already available, or you can try with the advanced option where you add very singular data for each home and asset to get a fully precise simulation. And what is interesting about our approach is that the same simulation software actually works in real life, and therefore once other aspects are ready, you can just deploy. And this is the next step. So when you simulate, what you see in the results page, you can see the net energy flows, you can see prices, you can see trades. and you really are a real energy trader that has the same options as an advanced wholesale energy trader today. And in this way, we are empowering the individual. We are allowing a household to fully benefit from the resources that they have, and the community further, because a community can also share assets and leverage the benefits of individual households. The deployment is where we are currently. This is the stage that we're at as a company. At the moment, we are undertaking a number of pilot projects where communities connect to the exchange through a Canary test network, meaning that a live data stream is connected to the exchange. Trading is enabled, but the financial transactions are just simulated. So in that sense, it is not a fully deployed local energy market, but a simulated one using real live data, where you approach reality, where you can then also see if there are any missing elements to deploy. And we are collaborating with a number of aggregators, energy communities, to understand how we can bring this to life in line with the current regulation, which is more advanced in some parts of the world, including some parts of Europe, and approaching the ability of this type of local energy market to come to life very soon. So if we look at the spectrum of the Canary test network, you move from historical past data that you can simulate real time to actual real data, and the ability to also forecast using the same software. And we have already published the data requirements to do this on our wiki, and have invited a number of energy communities to start creating their own test networks to understand what additional steps are needed to deploy in real life, and are happy that these collaborations are growing and that they are at different places on the globe. And where we are going, we're going to an app that will look like the one shown on this slide, which is a demo app, which proposes that your energy community, your local energy market, is linked to your own energy club based on the interests you have, family connections, friends, or a charity interest that you may have to support a local hospital or a civic movement, by preferring to first consume their surplus energy and then moving on to other trading partners. The technical development where we are already has demonstrated that this is possible, and we're now undertaking different studies with academic partners to understand also how the current legislation, or the one that is in development, especially in Europe, but also in Australia, parts of the US and other markets, can be interpreted to allow for a truly individual environment-centric energy system. We invite everyone to work with us, to imagine with us, to build on the imagination and use this cutting tech that is available today to bring this concept to life. And you can learn more, again, by going on our website and following our channels. And please be active. And even if you're not an aggregator or a grid operator, try to simulate an energy community and find an aggregator in your area to enable a local energy market for you.